that lilac tree that I just planted. Hopefully over the next few years now, that lilac tree will take and it will grow up by that window there. That's the window that Miss Betty and I sits in to look at our fire. What do you think of this hat that I'm donning this morning? If you look closely, you can see a transport truck on the front of my hat. Let me take it off and show it to you. Look at that. It's a transport truck. I have a lot of friends who are transport truck drivers. They transport goods from various parts across Canada and the United States to right here in Newfoundland and Labrador. They perform a very, very essential service. So, thumbs up to all our transport truck drivers. And there's my hat, supporting them. And you should be supporting them too. Now, an update on that lilac tree that was gifted to me by a former student of mine and his family. Gerald and Dorothy Preston and their son Ethan is my former student. They gifted me a lilac tree a little while ago. And I'm heading off very, very soon to the Ole Church, 5-acre homestead. It's a 30-minute drive, not very far from Gander, and I'm going to be planting that lilac tree. But first, I want you to take a look at this. Here's the lilac tree that was gifted to me. Okay, I have it in a couple of garbage bags here and in the cardboard box. I also have a bag of black soil. I have some sheep manure compost. I have some Miracle-Gro plant food. Not sure if that's going to be beneficial this time of year. I also have a little bit of 15-15-15 left over from my garden this past summer. I also have a fish pan, a tote pan full of horse manure that I also got from some other former students of mine in Dover, Newfoundland and Labrador. They are great kids, great students of mine, and I went over to their house a little while ago and got some horse manure. So that's sitting right there. I'm going to take all of that with me in the back of my 2016 Silverado. I also have some tools here, some yard tools. I have my prong, my pickaxe, my shovel, a little tomahawk or a axe there, a couple of pallets that I picked up a little while ago that I'm going to drop off. I'm going to put all that stuff in the back of my pickup, and I'm going to head to Davisville very, very soon, and I'm going to plant this lilac tree. So you're going to join me for that. So let's get on the go. Let's get this stuff all put in the back of the truck, shall we? Horse manure. I think I'll take my wheelbarrow with me, because I may need my wheelbarrow to mix up some stuff. And if I don't need my wheelbarrow, then I can bring it back. Go. Now, let's get this stuff in there. Let's get the trees in there. Here we go. Lilac trees. In there safely. Fertilizer going in the back of our Silverado. Okay, sheep manure. I think I do have everything in here that I need. I have my fertilizer and my soil. I have my shovels and all that kind of stuff. I have the lilac trees, and I have my wheelbarrow, and I have a tote, a fish pan full of horse manure. So those are the things I'm going to need to plant those lilac trees today at the Ole Church. Join me, folks. We're heading off very, very soon. There's the Ole Church in all its glory. And I've got an idea as to where I think I'm going to plant that tree. Oh, getting ready to plant that lilac tree now, folks. So I'm going to try and plant it in this little section right here, sort of right in the middle. So first thing I need to do, though, is remove a sod right about here. So let's do that, and then make a big hole in the ground here. So I'm just going to chop the sod off. Make like a fairly big circle here. going to dig a big hole, and then we're going to fill that up with compost, sheep manure, black soil, and some horse manure. Mix it all together and plant that tree in this big hole. So let's continue. Oh, I'm all out of breath here now, folks. I've got a hole dug here now. I've removed the sod and carried that away. And I have a hole here now that's about 2 feet in diameter and at least 2, maybe 2.5 feet down. I have my wheelbarrow here now full of soil, full of dirt that I removed from that hole. I'm going to cart that away, and then I'm going to use my wheelbarrow to mix up the horse manure, the sheep manure, and the black soil. I might need a little bit of this soil here. I took from the hole and mix all it together when I put the lilac trees in this hole. So that's my next step. So let's cart that soil away somewhere where it's not too far away so I can retrieve some of it when I need it. I'm going to open up this bag of black soil now. This hatchet that I got here. Sweet. Okay, let's get that in there. There we go. So one bag, ooh, I can certainly smell it too. One bag of just ordinary black topsoil. One bag of sheep manure. This is composted sheep manure. Woo-wee! And that smells too. Hopefully it's going to help that lilac tree grow though in that hole that I'm going to be putting it in very, very soon. Now, I'm going to mix the two of these together in my wheelbarrow. Okay, there you go. I'm going to put in some of this horse manure that I have here as well in this fish tote, this fish pan. Okay, I'm going to mix that together, and then I'm just going to dump it in that hole. What I might do, before I dump that though, I might sprinkle in some of this 15-15. Here you go, Mr. Leyte. Let's get some of that fertilizer in there. Might as well use all of it. There's only a little bit left there. Put that in there. Mix that in as well. So this should be a nice, healthy soil mix for those lilac trees. Now, Mr. Garry, let's dump that in that hole that we made. There we go. Here we go. So I have my hole all prepared. I have the mixture of sheep manure, horse manure, and black soil. I have a hole put there, and I'm getting ready now to take these lilac trees out of this bag. There's two there, but I'm going to put them together and make one huge lilac tree out of both of those, hopefully. Here's one. Okay, this is a smaller one. So hopefully he's going to grow. We'll put him right there. And now we're going to take that larger one, have it as well. Got a good root system on him, I know for sure. So let's hope that these lilac trees actually do turn into a nice tree here. Okay, so there you have it. Now, I'm just going to push some of this soil back around that lilac tree there. I'm going to press it down. There we go. So hopefully that's going to take there, folks. I'm not sure if this plant food is going to be of any benefit at all. So I just opened this plant food for the very first time. It was out sitting in our greenhouse. We never ever used it. I'm just going to take a bit of it and just sprinkle it around the soil just like that. I know you're supposed to mix it with water and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just going to throw it here on the ground in with the soil. I'm going to be covering this up with some more horse manure, and hopefully this will help establish this lilac tree. So here we go. All right, so there we are, all done. When I come back in the next clip, I'll have everything all cleaned up here, and we'll talk about this lilac tree just before I head back to Gander today. There we go, all done, all done. A beautiful, beautiful gifted lilac tree from a former student of mine, folks. Ethan Preston and his folks gave us this lilac tree. Ethan was a former student of mine. I taught Ethan for 3 years. He was a great, great student. And him and his parents were always very supportive of my teaching and the things I did at the school. And I'm very, very pleased that they gifted us this tree that I just finished planting here at the Ole Church, 5 Acre Homestead on November the 6th. Can you believe it? Absolutely no snow. The ground was easy to dig through and dig up and all that kind of stuff. So I'm very, very hopeful that this lilac tree is going to take, and hopefully next spring we'll see some new growth on this. I'm going to be excited to see that come the spring. Right now though, as always, I want to say thank you. Thank you so very, very much for tuning into our YouTube channel this afternoon, watching me plant this lilac tree. Thank you so much for liking our videos. Thank you so much for sharing our videos. Thank you ever so much for leaving all those great comments. And folks, thank you ever so much for subscribing to our YouTube channel. And that's GBL, the Ole Church, 5 Acre Homestead. See you folks in the next video. Gary, signing out. Bye for now. Beautiful, beautiful gifted lilac tree planted right here in front of the Ole Church. There you go. Let me go out by the road and see if I can zoom back in. Okay, so there's that lilac tree that I just planted. Hopefully over the next few years now, that lilac tree will take and it will grow up by that window there. That's the window that Miss Betty and I sits in to look at our fire. But let's hope that over the next few years, that lilac tree does grow up and become such a very, very nice tree right there. And then whenever we open up that window, we get the nice aroma from the lilac flowers that grow on these trees. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Gerald and Dorothy and Ethan. Thank you ever so much for being great, great friends.